good morning, everyone. I guess it's afternoon on the East Coast. I'm Rebecca Mosley, the co-founder here at Laughing Place. I've got our CEO, Ben Breitbart. We're here with the first Inside LP of 2026. Wow, Ben, I can't believe 2026 is here.
I know, right? It's quite, time flies, I guess.
Yep, I'm going to say hello to Gio. Hey, Gio. Oh man. Okay, so we've got a few things to talk about around here, and I think we're going to start off with some new vacation opportunities, right, Ben?
Yeah. So it's Disney World's kind of got the ball rolling with a few more details about Cool Kid Summer, which was renamed Cool Kid Summer from Cool Kid Summer to Cool Kid Summer apostrophe possessive S for whatever reason.
That's okay. Before we even get into the whole details of what they're offering, did that surprise? I mean, that surprised me because we kept messing around with it all year last year, trying to remember that it was Cool Kids singular, and now they're going to add an S and an apostrophe.
No, just because I've been around a while, no stupid nomenclature thing would ever surprise me at Disney.
Okay, but what are we looking at with the with Cool Kids Summer?
So, a lot of stuff that we saw last year is coming back, including the Goofy Core at Communicore Hall. But something new that's coming is, in addition to Bluey, which was announced previously, is at the Diamond Horseshoe, they're going to have the Toy Story piles where you'll be able to join Jessie, Woody, and friends for some energetic fun at Jessie's Roundup, not to be confused with Woody's Roundup, not sure why, where you'll craft, dance, and yodel your hearts out in this Western venue. So that's the new thing. I think this is probably replacing the Stitch experience that was in Tomorrowland last year. If you remember that was outdoors. This is indoors. That probably didn't play a small role in this summer event moving indoors. But so that will be new this year. In addition to the other things that we already knew about, we talked about Bluey, the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Muppets, Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live, the enhancements to Better Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin and Big Thunder Mountain, as well as Mandalorian Grogu, Soarin', Across America, so on and so forth.
Gio's asking, basically turning into a character meal. I don't think I would describe it that way. It feels more like this food venue is now going to have entertainment alongside it.
And I understand where it's coming from because I have used Diamond Horseshoe as sort of an overflow for Golden Horseshoe. I would think of this as this will no longer be a dining location, like a table service dining location. This will now be primarily used for like it kind of used to be, just sort of fun entertainment inside, almost like a cool down zone, sort of what I'm envisioning. But
one of the things that grabs me when it comes to Cool Kids is they're also adding making sure that that characters are going to be available at select resorts as well. You're going to have them at Pop, at Art of Animation, at Caribbean Beach Resort, along with Port Orleans Riverside. These are great as far as families go because when you get into certain portions of the day and hotter hours, having characters back at the resort, it's enticing to get you back there for if you want to take time and have an afternoon nap, maybe enjoy the pool, but you're not kind of leaving that character interaction that can be so important when you're dealing with your littles. That's also as far as these indoor venues. I love that they have Bluey out at Conservation Station, which is indoors, this Jessie inside at Diamond, the Goofy Core, Communicore stuff indoors. These are and obviously Mickey Mouse Clubhouse over at Hollywood Studios. One of the things that I often try and tell families when it comes to planning their Disney World vacations is don't underestimate the value of specific time designated for indoors. And so whether it's a dining reservation or something like this where you're pacing so you get yourself kind of out of the elements, you'll appreciate it. Ben, which story do you want to jump to next?
I think we want to go a little bit about. They have some amazing offers that are kind of announced in conjunction with this, and one is particularly time sensitive. If you book through January 6th through February 15th, if you book a 4-night package, room and ticket package, but for arrival during Cool Kids Summer, May 26th through September 15th, you get 2 nights free. So if you want to go 6 days, you pay for 4. You want to book 7, you pay for 5, so on and so forth, which is an incredible deal. And there will also be a 30% off resort hotels offer for most nights May 1st through October 4th. That will be bookable tomorrow. And then if you're a Florida resident or annual pass, Florida residents can save 35%, and annual pass holders can save 40%. So check those deals out. And this is, as they mentioned before, between May 26th and September 8th, you will get a free water park day on your check-in day, as both Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach will be open. And then there's free dining for kids for any package, for kids age 3 to 9, if you buy the dining package for the adult guests on the plan. So there's a lot of offers coming down the road. So, I know they're a sponsor, but I would definitely recommend contacting a travel agent like our friends at Mouse Fan Travel, because navigating this can be a little complicated. How to stack the offers, what offers best for you given your situation. But it's kind of like buying pizza. Never pay full price right now for your Disney World vacation.
And the other nice element of working with a travel advisor like our friends at Mouse Fan is that as new offers or offers shift or adjust, they'll have your back. If a new offer pops up that's applicable to your travel, they will help you make sure to capitalize on that as well. Ben, we also wanted to highlight, I believe, some international travel opportunities that have been announced over at Adventures by Disney, right?
Yeah, so I should say offer, but they are revitalizing their Danube River cruise, and they will be bookable starting tomorrow for Adventure Insiders, January 8th for Adventure Insiders and different sort of things based on affiliation. But they now the escape will also which you can do before the trip, the Munich escape. You'll also be able to go to Neuschwanstein. So I know that's a lot on a lot of Disney fans' bucket list, because it was one of the inspirations for Sleeping Beauty Castle. And as Kyle mentioned, Becky will be on the morning show tomorrow to discuss all of these things. But yeah, you can see Neuschwanstein in the background there and see, obviously how that inspired Sleeping Beauty Castle at the Magic Kingdom. No, I'd say Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom at Disneyland. Don't go at me. I know the difference. But yeah, and so there'll be more information on Disney Parks blog tomorrow, but it's already available on the Adventures by Disney website, which is kind of a unique way to roll it out. But
one of the things that I saw in this that they're offering for the kids is they're going to be able to decorate a clog. I think that's fun. I like the idea of painting a clog.
I actually did the Danube River cruise with Adventures by Disney a couple of years ago before this sort of refresh, and we had a nice time. It's not river cruising. I kind of has an old person vibe in general, and the ship kind of feels like it's made for old people, but the activities, engagement, the cast members are all there for families, but also people who aren't families, but maybe don't want to feel like they should be eating dinner at 5 p.m. It's a great experience.
Speaking of eating at 5 p.m., I'm guessing you had some good eats on these cruises too.
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
Do. And I was going through the itinerary, as we're reading it, kind of reliving. Some of the parts are still the same, and I was like, "Oh, that was fun!" The little marionette show. But anyway, I digress.
Let's see. We're going to talk about Disneyland now. You were touching on the very special location there in Anaheim, and a new documentary is coming.
Yeah, so we know at the Destination D23 they announced this Disneyland handcrafted documentary by Leslie Iwerks, a sort of cinema verite experience using footage that was filmed during the construction of Disneyland. And the premiere is the world premiere, I guess, is going to be at the studios on Thursday. We'll be there. It's also they opened up to D23 members, so several D23 members will be there as well. And we got the release date. It's going to be available on Disney Plus and YouTube on January 22nd.
Okay.
So coming soon, we'll have an interview with Leslie Iwerks on Laughing Place talking about it. Obviously, Leslie, the granddaughter of Iwerks, the daughter of Don Iwerks, a whole sort of long history with the Walt Disney Company. And she made the Imagineering story, the Pixar story, several other documentaries, some entertainment focused and many not. But
Geo enjoyed Imagineering story. Can't wait to see what Disneyland Handcrafted offers. And Nikki B saying, can't wait to watch that. I agree.
I can't wait either. We got a little bit of a heads up, and there was some footage we saw, and it's just listening to the construction of Disneyland. I mean, it's not a talking head documentary. It's not like the others. It's literally just an overview of building Disneyland and the Disneyland of 1955. Obviously a lot of work went into the park and it evolved as time went on, but the fact that park was built in a year and a day and seeing it happen, I mean, when right now sometimes you have a hard time getting a parking lot made in a year and a day. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that I'm looking forward to watching it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it soon, and can't wait.
Very, very cool. Let's see. Next up, we're going to be talking about some Annie nominations. And for that, we're going to bring in our animation guru around these parts, Tony Betty. Hey, Tony.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys? Something about Cool Kid Summer is happening? I don't know. I've been kind of bogged down over here.
Yeah. But the thing is it's no longer Cool Kid. It's
yes, there's multiple.
Cool Kids Summer. So not just one child gets to be cool.
But yeah, today we got the 53rd Annie Award nominations across many different categories representing the excellence in the art of animation. And taking the lead this year, one of them surprising to me at least, and even though I really loved it, and the other one I'm not shocked at all. 10 nominations each across various categories for Elio from Pixar and as K-pop Demon Hunters. K-pop Demon Hunters has been the animation darling of the year, so that's no surprise there. But Elio, I feel like I saw it a few times in the theaters, but I felt like each time I was the only one seeing it in the theaters. So
yeah, well, I don't think it's safe. It's safe to say that it was not successful at the box office. But are you surprised that it out nominated Zootopia 2, which by business sense is the more successful film of the year?
Business wise, I'm not surprised that Zootopia 2 did what it did, but in terms of the craft of animation, I do like Elio. I feel like there's a lot of work in it. Some might say longer than we planned for in terms of work for it. But Zootopia 2, if you've seen it, it's very fast paced and it's a G-rated Law and Order episode. Just constantly a barrage of action and nonstop, which is great. And that's an animation tour de force in its own right. But in terms of like the subtle craft and whatnot, definitely Elio had more there, in my opinion.
And have you? I feel like I was watching the Critics' Choice Awards last night, and
Okay.
K-pop Demon Hunter won Best Animated Feature. Now, Critics' Choice Awards, one of those award shows that's like, I mean, none of these things actually matter. Let's be honest. But it's not. Whoever's a member is a member, right? And it's surprising. I mean, there's a whole other story about how Sony's deal with Netflix and how Sony probably is kicking themselves a little bit, but are you surprised that not necessarily that K-pop Demon Hunters is successful in fandom? Yeah. I mean, but that it's also considered such a critical success.
No. So first of all, anything with that kind of artistic influence to it, whether it be Ghibli or other anime and whatnot, definitely always is kind of almost considered a darling, especially if it takes off. K-pop Demon Hunters definitely has that kind of feel to it. And yeah, I haven't watched it all. I'll be honest with you. I'm in that rare minority that has not seen that movie start to finish. But I have seen chunks of it, and what I've seen has enticed me to watch the rest. But that's on a never-ending slate of things to do. But what I've seen definitely has, like I said, enticed me to watch it, and I see the hype. There's at no point did I question why it's doing so good or anything like that. And then the music, one of the things that is nominated for at the Annies is best music in a feature, along with Zootopia 2. But if you love that Shakira song, get ready for disappointment, because K-pop Demon Hunters, they play that stuff on the radio nonstop. I know my wife listens to it pretty regularly. I know it was featured at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It was on the highly rated Dick Clark New Year's Rockin' Eve this year. Some might even blame them for some of those ratings.
Yes.
But yeah, they're showing up everywhere. And that if that one doesn't win, I've lost my Kalshi bet, or whatever this new app is that lets you bet on random things. Yeah. There were some surprises on the list. So I know we had kind of previously talked a little bit off stream, but DTVA, really only thing I saw from Disney Television Animation on that list was Kindergarten the Musical, with an episode that was nominated. Nothing else really. But there was just some prizes on there. Not Just a Goof, the documentary about a Goofy movie, is nominated for an award as well. And then the one that I was really happy to see, not once but twice, was Aaron Blaze's Snow Bear. It's a short film completely crafted by one veteran Disney animator who was the co-director of Brother Bear. So you kind of see a recurring theme there with the wildlife, but that is what he is most known for. And it's very, very good. Last I checked, it was available on YouTube, but it might have been pulled at this point because it was kind of like a Black Friday treat.
Wow. Okay.
Star Wars Visions, also nominated a few times. Oh, and then the other one, how did I forget? Pixar's Win or Lose, with 6 different nominations across the Annies this year. And not all of them the same episode, which I was impressed to see. Normally, a lot of times you'll see, we're going to push this one episode, and that's the one that we're submitting for your consideration. This one had, I think, at least 3 different episodes that appear. So I'm excited.
What's interesting to me is that the studio business, the feature business, has more TV Annie nominations than the TV business.
Oh, huh. Okay.
Are we counting the Marvel and Marvel Visions?
Yeah, What If and all that. That's all the zombies. That's all studios. And then, I mean, there were some nominations for like Bob's Burgers, I believe. And
there's a nomination for Bob's Burgers. Yeah. The one thing that also today I learned, TIL, Nick Ranieri, one of my favorite animators from the Renaissance era, is doing work on The Simpsons now. He's nominated for Best Character Animation on The Simpsons. So yeah, he better win. He's got a lot of experience there. So, but yeah,
no pressure.
He did Lumiere. He did not only that, he jumped from hand-drawn with Lumiere, and he jumped from what they call the box to the box, which is computers, and redid the animation for Lumiere in Mickey's PhilharMagic. So he revisited his own character in different ways, and I think that's really cool. But yeah, now he's working on The Simpsons.
Geo pops in to let everybody know Snow Bear is still on YouTube. Thank you, Geo.
Did I rip that file just in case, so I always have it? Maybe.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
One of Tony's favorite animators, but will not pay him for his content.
I like Kyle coming in, making sure everyone knows the box, not to be confused with the sweat box.
Which, an old term that also is more widely known, I think, for a band documentary. But yes, not nominated this year.
Good. It's been a bit.
If you wanted me to prioritize some of the titles that you mentioned just now, Tony, what should be at the top of my list if I have not seen them?
Foot and mouth, I'm gonna say K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay.
Maybe that's just relatability because I need to watch it too. But that's the one everybody is talking about Oscars stuff already too. I'm like, that's the one you need to brace yourself for because I think a lot of people will expect it. But I think the mass populace will not. I think because for animated, I think a lot of people look to box office success for what will take home best animated, and they have been horribly disappointed in the past before. I immediately think of I think it was the year Monsters Inc. was nominated and Spirited Away, the Ghibli movie won. There was another year where Wallace and Gromit won over every other like Pixar or Disney movie that came out that year. But yeah, so
I'm going to pitch this to Benji right here in front of everybody. I want to have a show, Tony, where you and I discuss how Elio was hurt by the fact that it didn't have a lot of faces. I feel like I feel like the fact that the characters lacked eyes and face didn't like it kept me as the audience just one step removed, and so it's why I didn't like fully embrace. It's like that's my theory.
So, but you've seen it.
I enjoyed the movie so much, but yet I felt like it was keeping me at arm's length. If that makes sense.
In some circles of the community, there is active protest of against what's called bean mouth, and bean mouth is it's in Luca, it's kind of in Turning Red, it's in Elio, and it's also in it's in a lot of other mainstream titles where the mouths look kind of like kidney beans, and I think that might be what you're referring to. Without, forgive me, I don't know if you're playing coy or what, but that's exactly what people are saying.
I did not know that was a theory out there.
Okay.
But like it was one of those things where as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, okay, you know those stories we often heard about how, they were careful about the ways they drew Mickey because of the reality of people being put off maybe by rat-like dynamics, that kind of thing. And that's kind of how I felt. I felt like I want to love these characters more, but something is keeping me arm's length.
So the argument also is that so many people are doing it that everything kind of gets lost.
Gotcha.
Not so much put off, but it's just kind of like, what's making me want to see this? Or didn't that come out last year or something like that? And I don't agree with that. Like I could see the argument, but I don't. I think the story will always be precedent there. Like I know Turning Red is about the girl who is cursed by turning into a giant red panda, and I know Elio's the lonely boy who's just trying to fit in somewhere. That's. But if you're just looking at an image, I could see where people would think they're in the same boat. But anything that's worth watching. Have you watched Win or Lose yet?
No, I haven't.
So that one has a very distinct style also, and I think that one I want that to win everything it's nominated for. I really liked Win or Lose. I was upset with how long it took because we were waiting on that thing for like 5 or 6 years, but I really enjoyed it when it hit. And I also enjoyed Dream Productions, but that was all on last year's stuff. That made the cut for last year, so that's not going to show up this year. But
so be sure to stay tuned, and thanks for your time, Tony. I'll catch you around.
Absolutely.
Hey Ben, so
hey,
what else has been happening while we've been chatting here?
We got some breaking news out of CES. There's a new thing called Lego Smart Play. So
right?
You seem to have a better handle of what this is than I do, so I'll let you explain it.
Well, okay, so it's tech that now allows your Legos to have more sounds or lights without a lot of bulk, because it seems that this chip is about the size of a stud, if I'm understanding what they're talking, if I'm understanding it correctly at this point. And at CES this morning, they unveiled some Smart Play enabled sets. So there's this smart brick, and it's going to be part of these new sets that are going to be available for pre-order as of January 9th. And they launch March 1st. I know our team is currently working on a full report, so be sure to stay tuned to Laughing Place. But some of the things that have caught my eye, by the way, I know our friend at ESPN, Arda Ocal, he actually is the co-host of their podcast, Never Tell Me the Odds, talking about Star Wars. I know recently he's been writing about Lego Star Wars over on StarWars.com. He's at CES, and he has been sharing some of the images on socials. Check it out, Benji. You've got various ships here, reportedly. This set with Emperor Palpatine over here. You'll be able to hear the Imperial March with that set. We're going to have lightsaber hums. We're going to have the sounds of engines. We're going to have the sounds of repairs happening, various lighting. I mean, it's really adding another dimension. The Smart Play is going to add another dimension of play to your Lego builds, but not necessarily screen based. And I think that's what more and more we're seeing within kind of the toy industry, is finding ways to engage more deeply without having to necessarily pull you right back into a screen, but letting you have those really fun levels of play. Look at, they pulled out the big guns for this. Look, you've got Dave Filoni and crew were there. Check it out.
Yeah, you got Asad Ayaz, so you don't get much.
That's pretty cool.
When you see him cop up, you know it ain't business.
So yeah, so we'll have more about that here on Live Place. I know Mike Celestino, our Star Wars reporter, is on that, and tomorrow we'll have Who's the Boss. We're going to be looking forward to what's happening 2026 in the world of Star Wars right now. Ben, check it out this week on Laughing Place.
Fancy. So yeah, we got the Disneyland Resort celebration resumes basically on Friday. We talked about Disneyland Handcrafted. We'll be at the premiere. Alex is going to be going. It's ABC sort of winter premiere week, so Alex will be recapping High Potential and Will Trent again, as we mentioned.
Shocking that Laughing Place highlights the adorable Chihuahua, right? It's a Chihuahua.
Yeah, if Alex would have been fired if you picked any other image from Will Trent, but that did not include Betty. And Alex made sure to let me know that picture is actually from the upcoming episode. So,
and of course, Walt Disney World Marathon weekend is about to be underway over there in Florida. Right here on our YouTube channel, we got a lot going on this week. At 2:00 Pacific today, we're going to be over at Disney Springs. I know throughout the week, we're going to be here in the mornings, keeping you updated and informed on all things Disney. 2:00 on Friday, we're going to check out what's happening as that Disneyland 70th celebration resumes. Now, kind of holidays are put back in the boxes, and we're going back to our full-fledged 70th celebration. So lots happening right here on our YouTube. So be sure to hit that bell so that you get notified when we are live.
Cool. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on another episode of Inside LP. Now, normally the show is for members only, but we unlocked this one essentially. But if you want to get more access to members only streams, please join, and we'd love to have you. And you'll hear more from us, which I don't know if that's a selling point, but that will happen.
Bye for now.